I'm going to get right to my first guest because he's not only sitting here, but he's one of my favorite people. He does this show as a host on occasion, and it's awesome every single time he does it. His 30 for 30, Deion's Double Play, debuts tonight on the worldwide leader in sports at 9 Eastern Time. He is prime time himself, Deion.
How you doing, my humble host?
What's going on, Prime?
How you doing, guys? What's up, Prime?
Hey, great to see you, Prime.
Those guys are good.
I know.
They're good.
And you're great with them,
I
too.
love them.
I love when you do the show, by the way.
I love to do the show.
I love that.
But I hate leaving.
Well, then, the good thing is we got a nice chunk of time right now before
Oh,
Ernie
I thought you was
Johnson
going to say chunk of change.
No,
I really
there's
thought
none
you
of
was
that.
Nice chunk of.
Come on, it's terrestrial radio for mostly and basic cable, Deion. I mean, you know the drill. Pardon me, satellite. So let's get into the fact that this is Atlanta.
Love it.
Okay.
This city is so beautiful, man.
This
This city is so dear to my heart. It because I chose it. You know, it was different when I came out in the draft because I had gone to a All-American function here in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got to the city and went through the airport, I was like, dang. We did a little thing at the hospital. I was like, dang. Start going around the city to dine and to do the different things that we had. I was like, oh, my God. I had truly never seen African-American people in such roles and positions and titles that I had never seen it in my life. And it blew my mind. You know, city officials, doctors, lawyers, political figures. It blew my mind. So I said, that's where I want to go because I knew the dude I was. I was non-apologetic. I was brash. I was going to be me. And I felt like Atlanta would at least understand me. And I said, I'm not going to you. Don't draft me. I'm going to play baseball if you do. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. And
sure enough, Atlanta was
number
the one.
5 pick. I was so happy I didn't know what to do, man.
And I also love the story that you've told, and if you wouldn't mind telling the audience here as well, at the Combine, when you would be pulled into rooms, and you didn't know which room you were being pulled into by which.
Yeah. I was, you know, it come back in that day. Everybody was reaching for it. Agents was in the hotel.
Yeah.
Everybody was everybody.
Now it's all scheduled.
It
Now
was scheduled, structured. You can't be in a hotel. You can't be on the premises. Then it was everything. It was wild. So I'm backing away from crowds and people trying to grab me, and I backed into this room, and the Giants was there, and it was the Giants room, and they had people sitting down taking these tests. What do they call these things?
Oh, yeah, like the psychology test, right?
I mean, the thing was that thick, man. And I sat down, and they gave me this thing. And what is this? They say, it's this test, and, you know, we need you to take it. I said, oh, what picker do you have? It's like the 10th. I said, I'll be gone before then. So I got up and walked out. I'll be way gone before then.
And then let's just get into it here. I mean, Belichick said he watched you run the 40 at the Combine. And that you ran it and then ran into the tunnel. And is it true?
That's not true.
Okay. You did not run into a waiting car and being taken to the airport right then and there.
No, because I had more interviews and all of that. No, that story just grows and grows.
It does. It's like a fish story.
It is. That's not true. I did everything that I was asked to do. Now, I didn't lift. I ain't do none of that because Jerry Rice to this day hadn't laid across my arms and let me bench press him. You know, I don't know where that comes from.
I love that you say that when you're watching the defensive backs go put up the weight and reps of 225 and they're struggling to get a fifth one up.
When have you ever said, man, boy, if that guy would have got one more rep, he'd have been there on that play? Never. Or the 3-cone drill. Like, no, this has nothing to do with nothing. So I didn't do any of that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it all worked out.
Yeah.
And now, I have not been in the new house yet here in Atlanta.
It's beautiful, man.
Is your banner up there at least? Where
I
commemorating
think
that you have
so.
because that was your house. You built
the previous one, and it was a good house.
Yes.
I don't know why they tore it down. It was a good house.
That was your house.
Beautiful home.
So I'd like to know if there's still some form of fashion. To know that.
Yes. Statue, some got to be some kind of prime somewhere in there. It's blasphemy if it isn't.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.